Okay, changing tracks now. We are in the midst of earnings season, and the biggest casualty in Q4 have been PSU banks. Is that a surprise? Not quite. The combined loss posted by 9 out of 11 PSU banks has wiped out half of the thousands of crores that the government had set aside. Pankaj Poddar joins in with the detailed analysis of the state of PSU banks and the mounting losses.
Well, if we just look at what's happened for the PSU bank so far, we just had one bank, that's PNB, that has reported numbers in terms of large ones, and some of the other smaller names. Canada also has reported numbers. Half of the recap which has been set aside in FY18 has been wiped out in the losses so far. Remember, the big boy SBI, whether you talk about Bank of Baroda, whether you talk about some of the other big banks, they have not even reported numbers as of now. Government has injected 80,000 crores via recap. This is something which has come in at the end of FY18, that's during the March quarter, or the Jan to March quarter, which is just finished in the previous quarter. And I was just looking at the numbers. This is about about the companies that have reported numbers so far. The total loss has already been about 43,000 odd crores. So it's wiped out half of what has been given. Of course, this is a part of the 2.1 trillion tranche that the government had announced back in October, and they have given 80,000 from it. As of now, 9 PSE or PS public sector banks have reported numbers, and the total FY18, that's the full year loss, is greater than about 42,000 odd crores, and 80,000 was the number that we told you. So that's clearly showing that half of the numbers have been wiped out. Remember, big companies are yet to announce. So you have a Bank of Baroda, which was still announced. You have a SBI, which is of course the biggest bank, that will still announce. So these are two big names that will announce. Some of the others like IDBI, some of the others which are already under PCA, have yet not declared their numbers. So this number is just likely to increase from here on, which means that there could be a more hit to this 80,000 crore number that we are talking about. Just to put things into perspective, what's happening as far as things are concerned, government may need to infuse more capital into the company. Let's just look at what's needed, how the things are likely to progress. So if you look at PNB, since the PSB recap high, 61% down, OBC is down 43, Union Bank 40, anywhere between 40 to 60% is the sort of cuts that you have seen for this PSU banks. At the recap time, street was excited, everybody wanted to buy these names, deliveries were strong, but since then they have just underperformed the market and never really looked back at those prices. FY18 numbers have come, and for a company like PNB, the loss is as high as about 12 to 13,000 crores for this entire year, which is one of the big loss that they have seen in the history.
Yeah, that really seems to be the case. The mounting losses that we've seen for the PSU banking pack ever since the recapitalization news got announced. Pankaj, thanks for that interesting data.